Legacy car makers are being told to their faces that they're funding their own funerals, and the numbers back it up. A new clean technical analysis by Paul Foss argues that automakers still behind on electrification need to stop spending billions of dollars of their very limited capital and engineering talent across every powertrain. They're spreading themselves thin because conventional diesel and petrol engines no longer justify major development spending. They don't. Guys, come on. You've seen the headlines. So and so company spends $1 billion or even $2 billion to improve efficiency by 1%. That's actually fairly common. The logic here is brutal, but it's simple. Nobody is about to deliver a 50% better petrol engine, not even a 10% better one. Pouring billions of dollars into squeezing out another 1 or 2% of thermal efficiency is a very low return exercise that almost no customer will notice or even pay for. If you must keep selling combustion cars for the next decade, fine, change the styling, fit a bigger screen, I guess, but move on. Stop developing engines when there's no point to doing so. And yet, look at what's actually happening. General Motors cancelled a $300 million investment in a plant that would have made EV drive units, and instead they spent about $1 billion on an upgraded V8 engine, which is really no different to the previous generation. Ford took $19.5 billion in charges on its electric car business and is converting an EV plant in Tennessee to build petrol-powered pickups. Stellantis wrote off around $26 billion. All up, major automakers have written off roughly $55 billion in EV investment. That is capital clearly walking backwards. Meanwhile, the scoreboard is humiliating. Detroit's big three collectively hold less than 5% of the global EV market, while BYD, Geely, and Tesla together hold 40%. And the structural problem is getting worse. It's not getting better. Europe alone is carrying more than 20% excess manufacturing capacity for traditional powertrains. Factories that are just basically sitting idle, or they're just incredibly inefficient. The most confronting part of the analysis is what happens to the companies that don't move. For smaller players like Nissan, Honda, Mazda, or even Ford with its internal EV efforts, if they don't become competitive, and it doesn't appear likely, the risk is existential. Without the capital and the engineering depth to build genuinely competitive EVs, they risk becoming little more than a dealer network and a badge for stronger manufacturers. I mean, if you don't believe me, look at what Ford's doing in Europe. They're going to use Geely's platforms now. Software, battery cost, manufacturing efficiency, and over-the-air improvements are now the core competencies, and companies that treat EVs as just another powertrain option are going to keep on falling behind. I've been saying this for 5 years, and unfortunately, most of them don't seem to have listened. The money is finite, the talent is finite, and every dollar spent perfecting a petrol engine in 2026 is a dollar handed to Tesla and BYD or to China. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye-bye. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. Guys, if you want to install solar panels, a home battery, or a home charger, the best way to do this for your situation is to go to the links in the description below, and they'll take you to a page where you can compare everyone. So depending on where it doesn't matter where you live, a lot of people email me all the time saying, well, what solar system should I get? Who should I go with? What battery should I get? What electric charger should I get? Well, click in the links in the description and you can actually compare all the different choices and find the best deal for you. I'll put that link
in the description below. Additionally, there is a battery savings calculator link and also a federal battery rebate calculator. I personally have found that I'm not paying for electricity at all, and that's including charging my two electric cars and also running my home power, my home sauna. Nothing, not paying anything at all. And I think a lot of people are getting misled. They think that getting a battery is not worth it. Actually, I think it is worth it. So those links are in the description below.